Welcome back to another episode of Travel Highlights. On this episode of Travel Highlights, we go to Wyoming and visit historic lodgings where you can still stay today. Number 5, the historic Sheridan Inn. Built in 1893, this hotel saw the first electric lights in this small Wyoming town. The famous Buffalo Bill Cody even lived among the 69 gables of this historic hotel from 1894 to 1902. Buffalo Bill even used the front lawn of the hotel to audition potential performers for his touring Wild West show. Visiting the Sheridan Inn means you're within walking distance of Sheridan's historic downtown, complete with local eateries and the King Rope Saddlery. The historic Trail Inn Mansion, Fort Phil Kearny, and many other important museums and historic sites aren't very far away by car either. Number 4, the Plains Hotel. Completed in 1911, visitors to Cheyenne, Wyoming can find fine dining in this classic accommodation and then hit the local shops and historic landmarks, all within walking distance. The Plains saw many visitors on the Lincoln Highway, which ran right outside as people first began to motor across the U.S. If you hope to visit during the last full week of July, make your reservations well in advance and be ready for one of the biggest and longest held rodeos in the world during Cheyenne Frontier Days. Number 3, the Virginian Hotel. This 3.5-story structure in Medicine Bow, Wyoming was supposedly named after Owen Wister's novel, The Virginian. Wister actually visited Medicine Bow long before the 1911 completion of the hotel. When he stayed in Medicine Bow in the 1880s, there was no hotel there at the time, so he slept on the counter of a mercantile across the street from where the Virginian Hotel is now. Today the rooms look much like they did when the hotel was first built, with brass beds, tulip-shaped lights, and even some bullet holes in the saloon's walls from an old gunfight. In keeping with the period of the hotel, there are no TVs or telephones in the rooms, and while its suites have private bathrooms, the standard rooms share a restroom off of the hall. The Virginian is a unique and fun way to step back in time and bond with the people closest to you. Number 2, the historic Hotel Greybull. Originally a bank built in the 19-teens, the building became a hotel in the 1920s. You can still see its old bank vault and eat in its basement restaurant, which was also a speakeasy during Prohibition, and you can still see remains of tunnels that are now bricked off in its basement. Number 1, the Irma Hotel. The aforementioned Buffalo Bill also spent time in this hotel, which he built and named after his daughter. Completed in 1902, visitors to the Irma can still stay in the rooms that belong to Buffalo Bill Cody. The hotel is a great place to stay and enjoy the summer rodeos, frequent gunfights held for visitors, and even check out the Buffalo Bill Center of the West, chock full of Western artwork, historic firearms, and many other things that are important to Western and American heritage. You can easily walk to it from the hotel, as well as many other restaurants and museums within the area. This beautiful town in northwest Wyoming is the gateway to nearby Yellowstone National Park. Bonus: the Ferris Mansion. At the time of this recording, the Ferris Mansion is apparently closed. However, it's such a neat place, it might be worth checking in periodically to see if that's changed. Built in 1903 after being commissioned by George Ferris, who owned a nearby mine, this beautiful home offers a fairy tale setting if you're going through Wyoming on Interstate 80. Deer and antelope often come into town to nibble on parts of the mansion's lawn in this unique Wyoming town where you're within walking distance of tours of Wyoming's former penitentiary. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Travel Highlights. What did we forget to include? Please let us know in the comments, and please remember to like and subscribe so that you'll be notified when our next episode is released.